Now, what I started AEH, which is African European Hub, with someone who is a Spaniard. His name is Alvaro. Alvaro is a Spaniard guy. When I started the business, he collaborated with me, he partnered with me, and we talked about building the business from Africa to Europe. That is why it's called African European Hub. I'm an African, he's a European.
Yeah.
So we came up with that. I came up with that name and all that. So when I started the business, I was expecting him to form experience. He's looking at Africa as a place where, are you sure if you put money there, something will come out of it? And I explained so many things to him that, yes, it can come out of it. So when I started growing the business, I look at something. I've had some of these investors friends from Europe, from America, who really want to invest in African European Hub. But one of the things I see is this: I learned to take responsibility. Now, learning to take responsibility, I am looking beyond your policies and regulation. I'm looking at the opportunities around the continent.
Yeah.
If you have 1.4 billion people in Africa, for example, it means it's a potential ground to grow wealth, and also to grow any kind of businesses you want. Now, let me give you an example of businesses when I had to do my research. Bellocs biscuits, that biscuits that you see in most of these airlines.
Yeah.
Bellocs biscuits. It's in Nigeria. He has his factory in Nigeria here. And the biscuit is everywhere in part of the African countries. And right now, there are some companies, there are some organizations in America that have accepted his products. That is one. We have what they call Main One. Main One is owned by a woman. I think they are into fiber cable and internet provider and all that.
Yeah.
It's owned by a woman, and it grew to a level where it was acquired $350 million. I think it should be last year or so.
Wow.
Yeah. Now, that is Africa's Nigerian business. Then you have Flutterwave. Today, Flutterwave valuation today is over $3 billion. And it's still growing. Yeah. That's Nigerian business. Then you have this business, InterSwitch. Yeah. The valuation of InterSwitch is multi-billion-dollar business. Yeah. Multi-billion-dollar. Now it's still growing. We have that of Paystack, was bought by Stripe for over $200 million. Mm-hmm. These are businesses that are growing. Now, one of the things I see here is this. When I started, I said, African entrepreneurs, they need to be re-educated. They need education. The education we're talking about is not the conventional education. We are talking about the growth mindset. We are talking about how to build businesses in that environment that create more opportunities for people to impact, create more opportunities for people to work with you or to earn from you or to change their life. Yeah. You have to look at that. So the truth is that the day we learn, entrepreneurs learn how to take responsibility in our continent, in Nigeria, in every part of African countries, 55 African countries, things will start to change. Sometimes when you have regulation cannot breed, cannot grow in an environment where there are no business, when there are no operations.
Yes, that's true.
Something must happen. Compliance comes when there are operations. So when there are no operations, what do you want to comply? That's just it. Yeah. So when you have small and medium businesses around, the compliance, they have to do with the regulations and they have to do with the policies. They will start adjusting step by step because Africa is, you can't compare Africa to the Europe and America today. So as they keep adjusting, putting one or two things together, you see in that environment, you start breeding entrepreneurs who are becoming successful. The biggest problem we have with many of these entrepreneurs in Nigeria, in Africa, the moment an investor comes up with millions of dollars, for example, they have their dream. They've been able to build a business. The moment the money comes in, they get distracted.
Yeah. They start jolloffing.
And they start putting money in buying Benzes, buying Benz cars. They start putting money in things that are not most important to the business.
Yeah.
That's one. Secondly, when the $1 million come in, that is when they understand they need to employ 100 people, 50 people, 30 people. They will start comparing themselves to a big organization.
Yeah.
No, you have to look at what you have. The essence of the $1 million, $2 million is to grow the business, is to make the business grow faster, to meet competition. But because of the way we think and all that, yes, like you said, like a coach, like for me as a coach, I do this. If I can build business from nothing, I did not get money from foreign investors. I did not get any money from anywhere. It is the little money I was able to grow, the one I worked and got some money. That's what I used to grow my business today.
Yeah.
So they have to look at that. They should you to start thinking of long-term plan. When you don't have a long-term plan, you can't put up sustainability goals. So they have to start looking at that.